we got to deal with immigration. All right. So Trump has been warning Chicago. He said, listen, guys, I know that y'all think that y'all doing what y'all supposed to do by talking nonsense. Brandon Johnson has been talking big trash against the Trump administration lately. Brandon Johnson has had so much to say. I said, ooh, okay. Okay, B. Johnson is out here talking greasy about Trump. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why would Brandon Johnson talk greasy about the person that you're literally begging money from? Is that wise? Is that smart? What's up, Cheshire? What's up, baby girl? Is that wise? Is that smart? And now you're going to have the federal troops in there anyway. Tom Homan and Trump said, hey, work with us on making sure that we get these illegal migrants out of Chicago. When they get arrested or when you find them, just let us know. We'll come and pick them up. We'll deport them. And Brandon Johnson said, nope. J.B. Pritzker said, nope. Now you got ICE agents showing force over in Chicago.
A number of armed Border Patrol agents have been marching through downtown Chicago, largely in the Loop area.
WGN's Brona Tumblety joins us now from Clark and Wacker. Brona.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, really bizarre scene in the downtown area. Dozens of Border Patrol agents making their way through the Loop here, very much wanting to be seen. We even witnessed some of them taking selfies. Lots of other people had their phones out as well, though, telling us they were shocked at what they're witnessing.
There's nothing happening here to protect. There's no crime, there's no riot. People are just enjoying a wonderful day.
As Chicagoans and visitors to the city enjoyed a sunny Sunday, sipping wine and eating outside, a blatant show of force stepped through the downtown area.
That was pretty alarming, just to see a group of masked guys walking around with ARs, silenced ARs. It's pretty intimidating.
Though our closest national border is over 500 miles away, dozens of armed Border Patrol agents descended on Chicago, seemingly led by Commander Gregory Bovino.
Are we ready?
Whenever you're ready, sir.
I'm ready.
We're walking.
Making their way through the Millennium Park area, onto the riverfront and even travelling on the water itself.
I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative. I feel that President Trump has hijacked conservatives.
I don't believe in these people that say that they are conservative and they are Republican. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I think that these people be lying. I think that they are what we call rhinos. They are Republicans in name only. Republicans in name only. These people are not Republicans. They are not conservative. I think that they are super liberal. They vote Democrat. I don't believe it. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I'm just not going for it. I don't believe that I don't think that they're Republicans. People usually at times they'll say they're independent or they're Republican in order to preface something that they're going to say that they don't agree with when it comes to the party that they actually don't vote for. At all.
Has hijacked the Republican Party.
Jacob Narayan finding himself face to face with this spectacle after stepping out of his home.
I'm just walking from my home to my office, and there are armed military personnel on the streets of Chicago for no reason. It's completely unjustified.
Mr. President, do not come to Chicago. You are neither wanted here nor needed here.
Today's display a direct defiance of requests made to President Trump at the state and city level, as those watching it unfold say they're on edge about what comes next.
What I'm fearful of, that this could be normalized, that this is what should happen in our country, when there's no need for this at this point in time.
Now, right now, here where we're standing in the Loop, this is the first police district. If you're looking at crime in this district specifically, it is currently down by 14%. If you take the rest of the city into consideration, we're told by Chicago police that it is down 13%. Now, inside of the last hour, elected officials, community leaders have gathered at the office of the Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights. That press conference is happening over on Wabash Avenue as we speak. Now, amongst those gathered, Congressman Jesus Chuy Garcia, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, and many others. They have largely been reminding the community of their rights, encouraging Chicagoans to look out for each other, and they have been condemning what they say is federal overreach.
Today's downtown operation, with our fellow Chicagoans being racially profiled and kidnapped by immigration agents in broad daylight, represents a major escalation by the Trump administration. And we're not going to stand for it. That's why you see so many people here represented from all levels of government and community. Together, we are here to condemn this ongoing overreach and expose ICE's operation as one that separates families, disappears our neighbors, and harms Illinoisans of all backgrounds, citizens and non-citizens alike.
I don't remember personally, and I could be wrong here, I don't remember personally any citizen that has been removed and deported via ICE. If I'm off, feel free to correct me, but I don't remember any citizen that is removed and or deported as a result of ICE. I could be wrong. I hate when people try to mix stuff in and try to make it seem like we all the same. We not. We're not the same. This was the danger that I actually feared in this election. Once I seen some other signs, I was like, oh no, Trump got this in the bag. This was one of the dangers that I actually feared in this election. Well, Anton, what do you mean? I'll tell you what it is. So during the past election, this past November, right, I was seeing people that were saying, oh, I'm voting against Trump because he's against immigration. We've let so many people into this country. We've let so many people into this country that they've taken over. If you see what is happening over there in Minneapolis, we call Minneapolis Somalia now, because now they demand things from their constituents or from anybody that is proposing to become a leader in Minneapolis. You now have to bend to the will of the majority of the population there. And so different cities have been taken over. Man, you don't want to hear this. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Let me tell you what people do from other groups. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You want to know what they do from other groups? When they come here illegally, right? Legally or illegally, when they come here, they all go and concentrate themselves into one area. I remember I was driving through Novi, Michigan, right? And there was this new development, and this was years ago. This was before the pandemic. This was probably mid-teens, a little bit before the mid-teens, so on and so forth. Actually, this probably might have been around 2010, 2012. So this is probably a little over 13 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, right? And I'm driving through Novi, Michigan, which is a suburb of Michigan, or a suburb of Detroit. Metro Detroit suburb. Takes you about 30, 35 minutes to get into the city solidly, right? And so I'm in there and I'm driving through and I'm like, oh man, they got a new development over there. And so I went over into the new development and I'm like, this is weird. The only people that I were seeing were Indians. Indian. And this is a brand new development. So the developers were developing properties, but the only people that had not even had opportunities to get in there, but the only people that you would see outside were people of Indian descent. And they look like they had resources. And then you'll see a white person mixed in there, and a white person mixed in there. And they would basically be buying homes, and they all bought homes in the entire subdivision that was built. Every single house, dot here, dot there, were Indians. And it's the same thing when it comes to certain other places inside of the United States of America. Over in Dearborn, one of the reasons why Dearborn is getting so much visibility in the news right now is because everything in Dearborn is geared towards Muslims and Arabic people. And so when they come in, they all make sure that they go to a concentrated area. See, the interesting thing about white and black people, let me tell you about white and black people. White and black people, whether you agree with it or not, this is not a right or wrong. I'm just telling you the real. Whether you agree with it or not, white and black people don't care who they live by. They only care about the quality of person that they live with. Let me tell you how dumb we are. All right, let's get real into it. Black people want to be like white people, and white people want to be like black people. And so they all trying to figure it out in the same space, but they hate each other, while the people that are making the most money and the highest household income are Indians and Asians. We keep doing like this. And we're all the ones that are the citizens of the United States of America, and we keep doing like this. And they like this. Yeah, let me get that money. Let me get that opportunity. Let me get that job. Let me take over this neighborhood. Let me make sure that I educate my kids, get an American education. Let me go ahead and bring all of my people over here illegally. And then we're going to go ahead and take over a whole city. And then we're going to force them to be able to do what we want to do because we're the majority of the population and we the voters. And so white people and black people and white people against white people, liberals and conservatives, and black people, they can't wait to call each other coons and sellouts. And then they go ahead and get against each other. And they say, I hate you. You are racist. I hate you, black fatigue. And so nobody actually wants to get back to core American values. Meanwhile, everybody is literally taking over the United States of America. And that's why you see so many different tongues over in the United States. The Bible actually warned us about this. The Bible actually warned us about this. All of these different cultures, all of these different tongues, all over here, because black people is so busy chasing white people because they want acceptance and they want systematic acceptance. So why won't you let us move in your neighborhoods? Even when white people, poor whites, go and move over into the Ozarks of Arkansas, they say, I don't want y'all having your own place. And so they want to be like white people because they want to be in all of the places that white people. So they all move out to the suburbs because white flight happened in the 60s and the 70s and all of the blackest cities, which they left it to black people. So black people is looking to get money so that they can go and move with white people. And they going to sit there and tell you, listen, wealth is silent. And white people is looking for you to move out of your neighborhood so they can go back into the city because they know that's where all of the money is. And so they go in and they buy it cheap and they fix it back up. And then you get mad that white people is coming in where black people is where black people was looking to move with white people, and everybody is all mixed up and they don't know what they want. And then they call it gentrification. So if a black person comes in and they cut their grass and they fix up their house, that's just you improving the property. If a white person comes in into a property and then they improve their property or they buy the property and they fix it out, they say, oh man, a white people is coming in. That must be gentrification. And then the black people go over to the white neighborhoods, and the white neighbors is like, oh man, I don't know if you bringing the hood with you because you can take the person out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the person. And so they wondering if you're going to park on your grass because they don't know if you're going to be over there being ghetto because you got a little bit of money. And so you trying to come over there with them, but they trying to keep the neighborhood peaceful so that they don't go down. And we just going to keep doing this. Keep doing this. And now we've divided ourselves and we've said, oh, you're liberal and you're conservative. And the liberals, the white liberals are apologists and the black liberals are racist. And so now they don't really like each other, but they like each other enough to not to like you because you are conservative. And so the white liberals, the apologists, are scared to say something to the black conservatives because they are apologists, but they don't agree with you. And so they then look to their black racist friends to call you a coon because you're a black conservative. And then the white white heterosexual male and female, y'all are the enemies. And that's why they're going to shoot up y'all schools and y'all churches. That's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. Where we're all supposed to be united so that we can actually get people in here to do the right thing, and we can raise our children in a good environment, and we can figure out how to work together, because at our core, we're supposed to all be conservative, traditional Americans, heterosexual, that raise our children in the best communities, that then serve God. Everybody like this, because everybody want to get group up and get against each other, and then everybody else get their neighborhoods taken over. And so when you see ICE come into places, oh, get them out, because you've been conditioned and programmed to think that this is okay, and it's not. So then you can get leaders like Brandon Johnson and all of them to basically be racist, and we think that that is them really upholding American values.
We want to get right to breaking news here at 5 o'clock. Dozens of Border Patrol agents spotted in downtown Chicago. Our cameras captured the armed agents on Michigan Avenue this afternoon. Several leaders just held a press conference to address the situation. Our Lexi Suter on the story. She joins us live with the very latest. Lexi.
Allison, good evening. Really right where I'm standing, just behind me, the heart of the city, Michigan Avenue.
Somebody said, yep, but blacks are lost. Everybody is lost that turned away from God. Everybody is lost that turned away from God, because God gave us I told the boy on the live stream on Saturday night, I said, God gave us the blueprint for how we supposed to live our lives. You supposed to be a real man, but you up here sitting up here with a bonnet. Everybody is lost that turned away from God. Everybody is lost that then modified the word to fit their narrative, and then they started flying their gay flags in the church and got a sassy choir director. But God loves everybody. When did it say that? What scripture? Name it. Name it where he says he loved everybody.
The Riverwalk. That's where we saw the majority of the ICE agents on patrol today. Really a jarring scene for people. Just surprised to see them carrying their weapons, many wearing a mask. I want to get right to this video so you can see it for yourself. Agents were spotted all over downtown. We even caught one interaction with a family at Millennium Park where a mother and child appeared to be taken into custody. Now, in some spots, the agents were not walking, but simply standing, looking around, letting people know that they are here in Chicago. All of the agents that we saw were carrying weapons. Many had long...
I didn't live stream on YouTube. I went live because somebody asked me I did a reaction video too. They asked me, could I pull up on their TikTok? So I went to their TikTok and I had a conversation with them.
Guns, and many wore a mask. Just a few minutes ago, leaders addressed this situation. Take a listen.
Today, we witnessed the further militarization of ICE tactics in Chicago as they showed up.
What's his name? Y'all know, I know y'all like to say Jesus. No, they named him Jesus. They named him Jesus. Listen, don't know. And Jay's ain't silent no more over here on the Millionaire Morning Show.
Of ICE tactics in Chicago as they showed
Another
up downtown to indiscriminately continue to profile against people just because of what they look like.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson retweeting a video.
Mike Ford, I like this. You says, the word says, what you do to the least of mine, you do to me, you do unto me. Well, here's the thing. First, you got to be his. First, you have to be his in order for you to do something to him. You first got to be his. You ain't want to, you forgot that part. First, you got to be his. We don't honor devils. We don't honor demons. We don't give respect to people that are disrespectful. We don't do none of that. We don't do none of that. Listen. We in a war. I know you don't believe it. I know you don't think it's a thing. I know you think that everybody is supposed to be kumbaya, but what I am telling you is that we are straight up, without a shadow of a doubt, we are in strange days and strange times. Strange days and strange times. I'm not sitting here negotiating with these people that are full of the devil. I'm going to tell you straight up to your face. Just like I told the young man. I told him straight up. For those of y'all that was watching, shout out to y'all. He said, man, I want to live stream with you, man. I got something I want to say to you. I said, all right, cool. I heard you was looking for me. Where we pulling up at? Send me the link. I pulled up. We had the conversation. I said, man, listen, I'm going to just tell you right now, you a fake Christian. You scared. You can't wait for this live stream to end because I'm telling you too much truth. And I'm not wavering, and I'm not sitting here being politically correct trying to make your audience feel good about what we talking about right now. I'm not really sure if you thought that you was getting yourself into something good or bad today, but I'm going to tell you the truth, and I love you enough to chastise you.